Once at each other's side, now a hangover from Brexit causing fresh political tension. Boris Johnson pouring scorn on attempts to change parts of the deal he signed with the EU. The former Prime Minister throwing his weight around, with sources saying he believes Rishi Sunak needs to keep controversial laws that would allow the UK to rip up parts of the EU agreement. That legislation is currently paused in Parliament, this cabinet minister trying to play down the intervention.
Boris is being Boris, but I wouldn't say this is a completely unhelpful intervention. Having the Northern Ireland Protocol bill there, having the work that the former Prime Minister did has helped us get where we are. But it's always been our preference to try and have a negotiated settlement.
Meeting European leaders this weekend, Rishi Sunak has struck a friendlier tone with the EU, with Number 10 saying there'll be no need for the UK to make changes on its own if an agreement can be reached with Brussels. But this senior Labour figure predicts more Tory infighting.
There's nothing that Boris Johnson is doing now, or indeed throughout our recent history with the European Union, that could possibly be described as helpful. He's wrecking. He's trying to wreck the thing. It's just a sort of continuation of the fratricidal war that we see in the Conservative Party.
And that's something they could do without here, as Rishi Sunak tries to finalise an agreement with the EU over Northern Ireland and find a fix that's eluded his predecessors. Interventions from Boris Johnson on this matter because they have the potential to spark a rebellion among Tory MPs that still support him. But in a way, talk of another Brexit civil war here is something of a sideshow, because the people the Prime Minister really needs to convince are in Northern Ireland. The DUP are currently blocking the formation of the devolved government and assembly in Belfast until they get concessions in the Brexit deal that allow Northern Ireland to be treated in the same way as the rest of the UK. And if you listen carefully to Brexiteers like this one, support from the DUP may well mean support from the Tory party too.
I think the DUP has set out the right test as to whether a new agreement is in line with the Good Friday Belfast Agreement, which is of fundamental importance because that's what's given peace to Northern Ireland for the last 25 years.
It's been a weekend of diplomacy for Rishi Sunak, but Number 10 is playing down the chances of an imminent breakthrough. No easy wins, it seems, but this is a Prime Minister badly in need of some good news.